Alright, what is up, you guys? This is another week of Top Gun 7's videos, and this week we are doing EU power rankings. We are 2 regionals in, and I did do predictions for the whole entire winter split at the very beginning. If you want to check that out, I will leave it somewhere on this screen for you guys to go watch if you want to. I did do NA as well, so if you're interested in that, I will be doing a power ranking for NA next week. Before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I do a lot of predictions like this, very into RLCS. Thank you guys for all the support that you give me. I appreciate you. So, a couple weeks ago, I did EU RLCS predictions for the entire winter split. I predicted who I thought was going to San Diego come April and who I thought my 6th through 10th were. And has that changed? You guys are about to find out. Right here is my list of my top 10 predictions. This is who I thought was going to be in each place, and some of these can still happen, but obviously, as you guys know, some of these are absolutely unrealistic and are not going to happen. What has changed? In 10th place, we have knocked out Tundra entirely from my top 10, and I am replacing them with Williams Resolve. Williams Resolve has shown some potential. I don't think that they're a top 5 team by any means, but they do deserve a place on this list based upon their rankings, based upon their placements in the last 2 regionals. I think they're a good team, and I think they do deserve a spot in this top 10. Whereas Tundra has very much so underperformed to people's expectations, and it's really unfortunate, but somebody's gotta be dropped, somebody's gotta take the places, you know, somebody's gotta be doing those things. And so I really think that Williams Resolve deserves this 10th place spot. In 9th place, this one really hurt me to do, but at the end of the day, results are results, and this team has been knocked down my list by 6 entire rankings. In 9th place, I have Team BDS. I never wanted to say this. I never wanted to say that Team BDS would even be outside my top 5, would even be outside my top 8, but results are results, and they are just not performing better than these other teams. They seem, I hope they get their stride back, but it's looking very questionable at the moment, and I just have to place them here. There's not really any other place for them at the moment. For my 8th place, I have Quadrant. It's not that I don't have any belief in them. I believe they made 4th in this last regional. I just don't see them beating these other teams right now. All these other teams are having so much pop-off. You got Moist pretty consistently making about 5th, 6th. You know, being at the top of the 5th through 8th pretty consistently. You got these other teams consistently doing top 4 and then getting a 5th through 8th place. EU is so incredibly close, other than the top team or 2, that it could be anybody's game, and somebody's got to go somewhere. Moving on to my 7th place. Last time around, I had this team at 8th. This time, they've gotten bumped up a little bit, and they are going 7th. I'm going with G1. G1 has shown so much potential, so much possibility. They are such a good squad. They just need to figure it out, in my opinion. I think they have the potential to make top 5. That was the 3rd team that I was like, okay, are they a top 5 team? Are they 6th? Are they 7th? And I couldn't see them consistently beating these other teams at the moment. Maybe Regional 3 will be very telling, and they will do a little bit different, but I genuinely just don't see them beating out Moist and Liquid and these other teams to make it to San Diego, though I know it's completely possible. I am not denying that. I just don't think it's as likely as these other teams making it. In 6th place, I am going with Moist. I know that everyone wants to get wet and everyone loves Moist, all right? They love Charlie, but with Joyo losing Vatira and then Rise, Joyo is a fantastic player, obviously. Astral is a good player. Juicy is a good player. They're all good players, but at the end of the day, I just genuinely think these other teams have more of what it takes at this point in time. That doesn't mean that Moist can't do it. Again, they were one of the teams that I was kind of fighting with myself with about that 5th place and who was making it to San Diego. but I gotta stick them at 6. I just don't think they're necessarily better than any of the teams above them. 5th place. This placing was very, very, very difficult for me because I think about 3 teams could take this spot right now. And in my previous video, I did put Liquid in 6th place, and in this video, I'm putting them in 5th. I think Liquid's floor could still use so much work, but I've said it before, and I wasn't sure if it was going to happen this time around, but Liquid always sneaks their way into a final or 2 of the regionals. Like, they always sneak their way into 1, at least, you know, and then they have decent placements in the other ones, typically making them a top 5 team. I just wasn't sure if it was going to happen this time around after their fall performance in Rotterdam. Wasn't so sure about it, but again, they made another final, all right, of this last regional against K-Corp. So I just feel like this is where they belong. They belong in that top 5, so I'm sticking them at the 5th place. In 4th place, I genuinely never thought I would say this. I'm so glad that I get to. I think this is a solid squad. I just didn't see enough from them to place them any higher, and this is probably one of the most shocking results to me personally from these last 2 regionals. And in 4th place, I am placing German Amigos. If they made it to San Diego, me from 2 weeks ago would tell you no. Like, that is not happening. There is no way. I didn't even think it was questionable. I didn't even think it was possible. But here today, I am placing German Amigos in my 4th place spot. And for my 3rd pick, I did have this team in my top 5, and they have been bumped up. I am taking Team Vitality. I do think they did have 1 pop-off regional and a decent placing in the 2nd regional. And, you know, I think they're really going to come out this 3rd regional and absolutely dominate the field against most of the teams. I do know that Zen is going to be eligible to play very, very soon. And I don't even know at this point who from Vitality is going to be replaced. I'm investing in the future of Vitality like I was with my predictions before, but now I'm placing them a little bit higher. In 2nd place, I am taking Oxygen. They've had still very solid performances, consistent 3rd, 4th place, and you know, I think they're one of the few teams with solid top 4 performances between both the regionals. So I did swap my 1 and my 2. That is not too crazy in my opinion. It's still pretty good take, honestly. And I think that that's where they're gonna be come San Diego. Obviously, for my number 1 pick here today, I think it's pretty clear, pretty obvious who we're going with. They have won 2 of the regionals. Both so far are the first to qualify for San Diego. I am taking K-Corp. It just seems like they're unstoppable right now with Vatira, Itachi, Exotic. They're all popping off. Kings of Rocket League at the moment. And how could I go with anyone else, knowing what I know? Now that we have gone over my top 10 power rankings, 2 regionals into the split, now you guys can compare. We have my top 10 from my previous video, as well as my top 10 from this video. My top 10 from my previous video, again, is my predictions for the entire split pre-season. This video are my power rankings for what I think the season is going to end like with my current knowledge. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below if this is your type of vibe. I do really enjoy doing these predictions because I'm very into RLCS and I enjoy kind of analyzing the gameplay and talking about their potential and thinking about their potential as teams and as individuals and whatnot. So it's a really fun process, and if you guys enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week for NA Power Rankings.